Hello, if you're watching live on YouTube and on LinkedIn, thank you. This is Stephen with my regular broadcast, and we're going to go over to Amazon.com and we can go live straight away. That's working well. Okay, I hope you're well. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. This is all about a particular product or range of products that Angelica and I have created. Angelica has written many books, and if you're watching on Amazon, you'll see them down in the carousel about German learning. And Barnaby's Perfect Broth is the latest edition, but the difference is that Angelica and I actually created this book together. It's called Barnaby's Perfect Broth. It's a tale of slowness in a fast world, and it is for German learners. But it's a very special book because it has 3 levels of language learning included in it. And if I come over here, that works well. It has 3 levels of language learning included. It is designed for beginners. Okay, if you're just learning German, then there is a story, and the story is told in German with English translations. And you can go page by page, and the graphics are beautiful. The story is real. It is Barnaby is about to make the most perfect broth, and he needs certain ingredients. He needs potatoes, 3 potatoes, 2 carrots, and then some very special mushrooms to go in the broth. And the story is the story of his journey to actually find those mushrooms, return back to his lair, and to make the most perfect broth. Now, I have to say, broth is real. Angelica and I have made it with the 3 potatoes, 2 carrots, and some special ingredients, and it was brilliant. It's easy to make. Okay, it doesn't take long, and the broth is extremely tasty. So this is a story on many levels. There's the graphic level where we've created the story and it's told in glorious graphic form. It's a graphic novel, and it's the first graphic novel that Angelica and I have done together, and it is for German learners because you start off as a beginner. As you get better at German, then you can move to the intermediate stage, and then you can move to the advanced stage, which means the book stays with you. It's not a read it and forget it, it's a read it and go back to it. Now, it's available on Amazon Kindle. If you're watching on Amazon, it is a featured item down in the carousel. Now, in addition to that, it is for intermediate and advanced and beginners. In addition to that, down the carousel on Amazon, you'll find Angelica's German learning books, a series of books to help you improve your German language understanding in terms of pronunciation, in terms of reading, in terms of sentence construction. Everything that you need to become more proficient in German is down in the books in the carousel. And if you scroll along, you'll find them. Now, we created Barnaby. We created Barnaby with help from 2 pieces of software. One is Google Gemini, and the second is Google Notebook LM. And it's Notebook LM, which is really the secret to this, because all the graphics that were created by Notebook LM. The thing is that what you do with AI is that you use it, and the way to use it is to actually be the conductor of an orchestra. Notebook LM has all the instruments you need to actually create graphics, to tell stories, and you lead the path. Okay, you take the lead and you tell Notebook LM exactly what you want to do. Now, the secret to this is that the first time I did this, the first time I created a graphic novel with AI, because I'd seen a video on YouTube, and the video was all about how to create graphic novels using Google Notebook LM. And they did a superhero novel, and all the graphics and the storyline were created by Notebook LM, and it looked absolutely brilliant. I thought, how is that done? How do you actually create a graphic novel using Notebook LM and Google Gemini? So I set out to find out, and this was back in February. And the first thing I discovered was a problem. We all know that AI can hallucinate. I'll give you an example. The first book that I created was basically started off with a turtle. The turtle by scene 4 had become a fox, and by scene 13 had become a man. The system did not know how to construct each scene. It did each one separately and used its own imagination. And instead of having a turtle in all 13 scenes, we had a turtle, a fox, and a man. And I thought, well, that can't be right. I mean, there must be a way to actually make sure that AI works as we want it to. So I downloaded the PDF. I went along to Google Gemini and I uploaded the PDF and I said, could you tell me the story of this PDF? And Gemini, to give it its due, told the story of making the perfect broth. But then it said there's a problem. I said, well, yes, there is a problem. You've got a turtle, a fox, and a man. I said, yeah, how do I stop the turtle turning into a man? Ah, the key is right. I am going to be doing a course on this in June because I'm so blown away by the results that are available. That basically there is a trick to it, and it is the fact that you give the subject, in this case a turtle, attributes. So Barnaby the turtle always appears with the tweed jacket, the hat, and normally a satchel, but he's carrying a spoon now, so he can't have a satchel and a spoon. And that's the way you educate AI to actually be consistent. Having done that, I then went on, and in March, I heard about something amazing, and that is a 2,700-mile coastal path around England. And that's struck my imagination as being a wonderful thing to do. The fact that you can walk from the northeast England down the north coast, around by the Wash, and then across the south coast, and then come up the other side until you're at. So you start in Scotland, you finish in Scotland, but you're going right around England. I'll show you what I mean. This is England, and you can see top right in blue is where the journey starts. And you start and you go down the coast, the blue coast, into the green, then to the yellow, then to the orange, and then up to the purple. And you're actually traveling 2,700 miles. Now, the thing is, let me just take a few things off. No, I'll leave it as it is. The thing is that I was fascinated by this, and I thought, well, can we use Barnaby to tell the story of the King Charles III England coast path? The coast path was opened by King Charles III in March. I was blown away by it, and I wanted to use Barnaby to tell the story. So what I did was I split the coast of England into 50-mile segments. So each segment was 50 miles, and I ended up with 45 different segments, varying probably around about 400 miles for each one. Yeah. And then I was able to actually create a graphic novel, which basically is a journey around the coast of England. And if I go here, and I can take the perfect broth off, I can take the map off, and you're just left with me, and let's make a start. So this is the King Charles III coastal path. And if I just press that button, perhaps the music will stop. And this has all been drawn by Notebook LM. And it goes through the 6 phases. There are 6 phases, each of 400 miles. This is phase 1. This is section 1, and this is image 10. This is phase 1, section 1, image 11. So it's all been indexed, and you can flick from one section to another. And what I did was I then took the PDFs and I turned the PDFs into videos. Okay. I then had videos for each of the phases, and then I put the phases together. So this truly is a journey around 2,700 miles of the England coast path. The video itself is about 30 minutes long. So this is basically, it's an epic. And it's an epic story of working your way around the English coast. Now, if you were to do this physically, then it would take you between 9 and 12 months. Now, what the book does, the series of books and the video, is to give you ideas as besides walking the path, what else can I see? Where am I going? What's the story of the place I'm visiting? And that's what the book does. It tells you all about that particular section of the English coast. And we've gone round 2,700 miles telling the story of each section. And as you can see, it is beautifully illustrated. And it's just a joy to look at. And basically the 30-minute video, which we've got, is on YouTube. And if you check me out on YouTube, just a minute, let's go here. If you check me out on YouTube, you'll find the video on my YouTube account and you can watch the video for yourself. Now, we're about to go on holiday to Germany. And when we get back, I will be promoting this everywhere, especially on Amazon. And you'll be able to download the video. You'll be able to download the PDF so you can use it and you can have it on your mobile phone. And as you journey around England, you can get to know the English coast. It all started, though, with Barnaby's Perfect Broth. And now we're off and running, because now, just a minute, if I go here, now we can tell the story of anywhere in the world. And in June, I'm going to be teaching exactly how to do this. The key to actually creating graphic novels using Google Gemini and Notebook LM. I think the cost of the software is between $50 and $20 a month. And you can do this. You don't need any drawing ability. You just need a sense of direction and a story to tell, because you'll get help from Google Notebook LM and Google Gemini, and it is basically just a pleasure to do. This is cathartic. This is a way to relax. You give the instructions to Notebook LM and you get the results back, and then you organize them. And I've organized this into 6 PDFs and the video that you see here. And it basically, I've just been approached just before I came live. I've just been approached by somebody who saw one of the videos and says he can make me a millionaire. So it gets noticed. The quality of the graphics get noticed. I'll show you for why. If we stop that for a moment. Okay, so I will come back and show you more, but basically that's the quality of the graphics that are available and telling the story. And it's a true story. This is a story of the England coast path. But it can also create cinematic videos. And this is such.
The King Charles III England Coast Path is a massive infrastructure project designed to wrap the entire English seaboard. Looking at this map, you see a trail that is approximately 2,700 miles long, making it the longest managed coastal walking route in the world. It features a coastal margin, 943 square miles, granting legal access off the linear path, right down to the water's edge. But seeing a number that large creates a practical problem. It paralyzes casual weekend visitors who don't know where to start. Trying to hike the coast without a targeted regional strategy guarantees you will spend more time battling logistics than actually enjoying the walk. Authors Angelica Davey and Stephen Healy developed a framework to solve this trail paralysis, centered around a character named Barnaby the turtle. The core ethos is simple: stop worrying about high mileage and prioritize a deliberate, slow pace. This diagram shows how we break